guys, so we've got the trailer all loaded up at the taxi and we're just off the KWJ Performance in Warrington. Basically to get a roll and roll done, to see what the brake horse is before we do any messing about with it. So now, out of factory, these are 101 brake horsepower. And it's probably done a good chunk of its life like as a taxi and lost loads of brake horsepower, so it'd be nice to see what it actually does. Hopefully we're not too far away from it, but I reckon we're going to be down a little bit, mate.
Yeah. So
we'll get there and we'll see how we do anyway.
Do you have any idea what you're expecting it to run?
So I think they come out of factory at 101.
Right, okay.
So, but it's had a whole life of being a taxi, so...
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what it's lost over the years, like.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I'm going to say like 90, because it was up to standard.
Okay.
Originally,
Yeah.
One of the lads this morning said I reckon a solid 70.
Yeah.
I had like 92 in my head, me. So right guys, big moment here. We're going to find out the brake horse of our standard Hackney taxi and we're going to release it on Christmas Eve. So let us know in the comments what you think the brake horse is going to be and you'll find out Christmas Eve.
Okay, so with the taxi strapped onto the dyno and the fan in place to simulate the moving air that the car should have if it were on the road, it's now time to do the calibration test. Now, this should be pretty straightforward, but as our luck has it, it really wasn't.
Well, I'll tell you something for that, we were all definitely far wrong, I tell you that, didn't we? What pounds of talk on that,
Silly.
It's a fucking machine is what it is. Oh, mate.
It's not when it's a rev over 3k in a minute.
Alright.
Google as a way to put these in some sort of like data. I think if the front wheels aren't moving, it's stopping the car from accelerating. So when I'm accelerating, it's only going up to like 30 mile an hour and it won't let me go past and do the run. Which is why I'm only getting like 33.
Right, okay.
Alright.
Give me 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine. So, turns out there, we thought we were getting 32 to 36 brake horse, which is absolutely shocking. But because he said he doesn't know whether it's got something to do with because the front wheels are not turning, it's not letting the car rev above 3k. So you are losing like another 2,000 revs that could be beneficial to the brake horse test.
So he's just going now to figure out how you get around that. But there's a chance he might not be able to, and then...
No, that's it, but there must be something, surely you have...
Yeah, how else do you...
Autos on rolling roads all the time.
How do other people brake horsepower test their Hackney cabs?
Yeah, exactly.
There's got to be a way.
I mean, he did say he's never done a Hackney taxi before. But, you know, one of them, innit? Gotta learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Every day's a school day, innit?
That's it. So after a quick Google, Kieran was back. He had figured out a workaround to get the car revving up to full revs. So now it's time to give it its first proper test on the dyno.
Struggling with it, mate. I think he's struggling with it, getting it to rev up properly. Just a thought there. You know when you build the revs up there, are you jabbing it all the way to the floor?
No.
All right.
I'm literally weight of my foot on the pedal, and it's still down to
Yeah.
Right, so we've run into a bit of a problem there. We're not able to get the car to stay in third gear for long enough to do the brake horsepower test.
He says when he does a collaboration run, and he doesn't put it under load, it'll rev up properly, but as soon as he puts load on the machine, to act like it's on the road, say, it just wants to downshift all the time, and it won't stay in one single gear for a longer enough period of time to get a good reading on the dyno. So we're struggling to get a decent brake horse readout really. It's a little bit casing, but it sort of is what it is. I don't really know how you get around it. I think I'll have to ask him what he recommends we probably do with moving forward with it, to be honest. I'm not sure. So, but we'll find out. We'll see what he says anyway.
A four-wheel drive dyno. It shouldn't really need one because usually it's something like new cars where it needs to see all wheels spinning.
Yeah.
But there might be something with the gearbox because all four wheels aren't spinning. It's downshifting maybe. I can't see it on an old car.
Yeah, could be. Right guys, so before we carry on with today's video, I just want to say a massive thanks to our brand new sponsor, Vehicle Score. So Vehicle Score is the one-stop shop for checking your car's history. Now if you're thinking of buying a car, this is what you need to be doing, so don't just buy it, Vehicle Score it. And if you want to save yourself 20%, don't forget to use code TVR20 at checkout or click the link in the description below.
Right, so all you've got to do is type in the reg, which is Lima Sierra 56 Bravo Victor Zulu, and then click check car. So as you can see, it's got a score of 141 out of 999, which is really bad really. But it's an old taxi and it was 400 quid, so we're not really bothered. 18 years old, 297,000 miles. Average yearly mileage, 16,500. So let's scroll down and have a little look. These are the packages you can buy. So you can have a look at the MOT history and all that for free, but you've got to buy the packages for basically to tell you if it's on finance, if it's wrote off, if it's had mileage, fraud, if it's been a taxi. Now, I'm pretty sure this one has. There's plenty of other things as well. Salvage check, import or exported. So the three packages are Ultimate, Ultimate Plus and Salvage. If you use code TVR20 or use our link in the description, you can actually get the Ultimate one for £7.18, roughly. You can get the Ultimate Plus for £9.58, but you can get the Salvage one for £2.38, which you're saving yourself a few quid on them, so don't forget to use that. Just put the Ultimate report first just to show you how it works. Okay, so never been scrapped basically, no outstanding finance, never been categorised, it's not a high risk, never had the colour change. We have got a little warning here to the next taxi, obviously it's a Hackney so we know. Never been stolen, not salvage record, no plate change. Previous owners 3, that's not bad really. So we know it's been a taxi, but you know, no biggie there. 141 out of 999, which is rather crap, but again, it's a taxi and we know. Score breakdown, and this is telling you why it's got such a low score. But again, everything's sort of understandable. It's an old taxi, it's got high mileage. There's no issue for us. So the vehicle's over 10 years old, therefore may experience age-related reliability issues soon, which has affected basically the score. 3 out of 400. There's been major comments in the past few years MOTs, that's really bad.
So once again I just want to say a massive thank you to Vehicle Score for sponsoring today's video. And if you want to support the channel, do a check on your own car and see if there's any hidden surprises you might not know about. And let us know in the comments what score it is that you get. Ours is 141,
Which is terrible.
which is really bad.
I think he's going for another test, yeah.
Better like, but as soon as it kicks down it just drops off, doesn't it? Because there's still loads of revs left to go as well, isn't it? Until
It's 500 RPM, yeah. But I also can't start, usually you start at like 1.5k. I can't start at 1.5k because it'll be in another gear then.
Yeah.
So,
Like when we engine swap this, it needs to be manual. Really.
it's manual and it's all the problem out,
Yeah.
Well, like I say, it might be different on a four-wheel drive dyno, but with it being an old car, I wouldn't really expect it to need an all-wheel drive dyno. But yeah, so that's the best we're going to get. But like I say, the power does start to drop off, so it might just be 52 brake, but
If anything, it's not going to be any more than 60, is it? Because you're dropping off anyway, aren't you? Then you'd change gear. So, right, okay. Here's what it is. Not the numbers I was expecting. I thought it'd be shit like, but
But when we're doing burnouts, that's still pretty much, is that the same brake horse we'd be getting, or is that because of the rolling road?
Probably more because it's not
More,
staying.
yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
so when we're doing a burnout, you can just go through all the gears and sit full revs until something blows up, tyres or engine, you know what I mean? So,
That needs to be in the same gear for the whole run.
yeah.
For some reason it's not doing it. It might be something I don't know about these where you keep it in the gear, but
Yeah. So, do us a little favour, have a little research.
yeah, we'll do, yeah.
Because we'll bring it to you for you to map it if we hybrid the turbo and stuff, if you want to do that. Like. So, 52.33 horsepower and basically 80 foot-pounds of torque. That probably would be a lot better if, like you say, it's dropping out of gear. Sorry, it's downshifting to, as if you're putting your foot down to pull away more, and because you can't stay in one gear for long enough time, it's just basically saying no on the dyno. It doesn't like it. So the 52.3 brake horsepower is all we're getting out of the dyno. Basically, it probably would be a slight little bit more. We probably wouldn't get much more past 60 brake horse, I don't think anyway. But it's pretty crap. It's lost loads of horses. I've been let out the gates.
Oh yeah, it's been let loose.
56. So it's nearly 17 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what have you lost there? For nearly half, 101
Yeah.
brake. So it's lost half its brake horse based on that reading. But I don't think it'll be much more than 60 anyway if we could get a full. There's only like 500 more revs left in that same gear before it'd change gear anyway to go up a gear. So you're nearly getting a full run on the dyno.
Okay.
I'd put a solid guess at 60 brake horse there, mate.
So it's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot at all.
Not a lot at all.
It needs to be well better than that. So, yeah.
So what would you say is like a ballpark figure if it wasn't downshifting? What brake horse would you think it's at?
Probably like 65, maybe.
Okay.
Potentially. Obviously, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, you can't say.
The graph and 4K is there, so if you continue the same amount, you're probably somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's a very rough.
Yeah.
Rough guess, like.
We'll get this unloaded, get it off, get it back on the trailer, and we'll get back home. We'll still get a printout just for shits and gigs, because if we make it better next time with a bigger turbo or hybrid the turbo even, and just come back and we're going to get him to map it for us, and we'll just do like a live map on the road so we can just drive around, he can map it that way, and then bring it back in here, stick it back on the dyno and see if it'll let us do a full run and get a printout on the dyno after it's had the bits and mapping done.
And what's the name of your shop?
KWJ.
KWJ Performance. And this is in Warrington?
In Warrington, yeah.
Cool. Well, come check them out if you need to get your car on a dyno.
Right guys, so I had a bit of a fun day today there, but not the outcome we were after with the taxi, to be honest. We sort of would have liked a better number there, but with the problem we were having with the gearbox just changing down all the time, as we explained in the video, it was just a bit of a pain in the arse. So the next time we come back after we've had it remapped, we'll see if we can get a better run. And Kieran said he's going to do a bit of research to see if there's anything he can do or figure out as to why it changes down all the time, or if he can stop it doing it, which will be able to get us a better readout the next time round as well.
But we did get somewhat of a ballpark figure with that, so you could predict that the brake horsepower is around 60 to 70. So even if it was staying in gear, it wasn't going to get much more than that, I don't think.
No, not at all. So the idea behind actually taking it for the rolling road was just to get the benchmark number of what we know it's running at brake horsepower wise, because we do actually want to put a bigger turbo on, or just maybe just hybrid the turbo that we've got and just map it properly. Just to see if we can get more power, just to do better burnouts really when we go to the shows. But we was thinking of engine swapping it and putting like a big V8 or something like that in it, but I feel like I want to blow this engine up first.
Yeah, might as well send it off right.
Exactly, you might as well just wind the power up.
Let it go out on its shield.
Exactly, and do it that way. So, but we don't really know what to do, to be honest, yet, so I think we're just going to mess about with this the way it is and just see what happens with it, because you never know, it might do absolute even better burnouts just by having a hybrid turbo and a proper map. Because it's obviously mapped for being a workhorse, not mapped for sending loads of diesel through and going fast, you know what I mean? So we'll see what we can do with that, with the mapping really. But yeah, that's going to be it for this year really. We're probably gonna have a couple of days off. Well, more like a week in it really.
Yeah.
Over Christmas. So we won't post over Christmas other than Christmas this, the one that you're watching right now. So we'll see you in the new year. So we hope you all have a nice Christmas and a happy new year to everybody. And we'll see you when we come back then.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Peace.